Hi, and welcome to this short 15-minute Discover Arbonne presentation. My name's Charlotte Whittle, and I'm an independent consultant with Arbonne at the level of Regional Vice President. And I just wanted to take a little bit of time to share with you this incredible opportunity that is Arbonne. But before I do that, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about me and about my background. So my background's in child protection. I've been in child protection for my whole adult career. It was something that I went into at 17 years old because I absolutely wanted to make a difference in children and adults' lives. I wanted to help people to live better, happier, more fulfilling lives. And I tried so hard within my job to do that. I've always been someone that's quite driven, and I certainly wanted to move forward in my career doing that. I loved what I did, but when I had my own two children, very close together, I really started to struggle with the balance of being a mummy and being good at my job as a social worker. I really struggled with dropping them off at nursery at 6:30 in the morning, not picking them up again until 6 o'clock at night, literally getting home and putting them to bed. And really living for the weekend. That's what my husband and myself felt like we were doing. We were on this constant treadmill, just trying to juggle and just trying to survive. We were in these jobs to pay our bills, to pay for mortgages on houses that we weren't in because we were out working all the time. And we had these children and other people were watching them grow up. We were paying other people for the privilege to be with our children. It just didn't feel right. So 3 years ago, when this opportunity was shared with me, it made perfect sense. It made sense because it was something that I could do alongside what I was already doing. I didn't have to give up my job. I didn't have to give up that financial security net. I could learn how to do this alongside, and it was something that even I could do. So I didn't have a background in business at all, and I certainly wasn't from the health and wellbeing industry or the beauty industry. I knew nothing about any of those things, but what I understood was I could learn how to do this. It wasn't difficult, and I could fit it into the nooks and crannies of my life. So before we get on with the presentation, what I just wanted to explain to everybody that's listening to this is, if someone shared this with you, it's because they think you've got what it takes. They absolutely think this is something that you could fit into your life. We're not just looking for anybody in this business. We're looking for people that have got skills, people that are smart, that are savvy, that are wanting to learn how to create more in their lives. So if this has been shared with you, the person that shared it is really thinking that you're that type of person. The other thing that you need to know is this. This is a business plan that works. This has absolutely been proven to work. There are so many countless people that are successful with this business, myself included. We have learned how to make this work. It's a blueprint for success if you just follow it. So I'm going to start now to tell you a little bit about Arbonne. I'm going to share my screen with our amazing presentation so you can understand what the Arbonne opportunity is. So we are a 35-year-old health and wellbeing company. That's 35 years of development, of heritage. We're not just a flash in the pan. We've been around for a long time. We're very credible. If you're going to do any research the main hitters in Arbonne. So our founder was a gentleman called Peter Mark, who absolutely believed that people should be able to access ultra premium products at a premium price point. So they shouldn't have to pay hundreds and hundreds of pounds to have products that were free from chemicals and free from parabens. He was incredibly forward thinking. 35 years ago, people didn't care about things like that. What Petter enabled ordinary people to do was create extraordinary lifestyles by utilising a business model called network marketing. So network marketing basically is just word of mouth advertising. And I was really uneducated about this industry. I thought I knew what it was, but I absolutely didn't. So in traditional retail, a product, so take the Clarins face wash I used to use, that product would go from a manufacturer, it'd go through a process, through a wholesaler, through a warehouser, through a sales force. Advertisement costs hundreds of billions of pounds, and none of us really believe that those celebrities that are paid to endorse the product are actually using them. We don't believe that at all. Yet that still adds to the cost of your product. The warehouses, there's forklift truck drivers, there's lighting, there's heating, there's overheads for all of these parts of the process. The retailers, Debenhams, Boots, Selfridges, they're all wanting to make a profit. And so all of those bits of the process add to the cost of your product. And when I understood that 90% of what I was paying for when I bought that face wash was this process, I kind of thought, you know what, that's not fair at all. In network marketing, we completely flip that on its head. So Arbonne formulates for itself, and our products are basically moved through that process without any of those middlemen. So I'm wearing Arbonne makeup, I'm using Arbonne nutrition, I'm using Arbonne shampoo, my whole family uses these products. We're healthy and we look well and we're glowing. And we're the advertisement for these products. So I tell people about Arbonne products. I show them how to go online and order them, and they're delivered directly to their door. It cuts out that whole middleman, which means that you get to have ultra premium products at a premium price point as a consumer. It's absolutely genius. Now, if you've ever recommended a restaurant to a friend, you've been and seen a great movie and you've told someone else about it, and they've gone along to the View Cinema or to that restaurant, they didn't send you a thank you check for being the advertisement for that, but that's what you were. Now, Arbonne does. Arbonne sends me the thank you check for recommending products that I'm using and I'm liking and loving. For me, network marketing is absolutely the business of the 21st century. And I was uneducated about this, being from a child protection background, but now I've learned about this industry. I am so excited to be one of the pioneers of it. So do your research properly. Read books like The Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki and really understand what network marketing is, because it's genius. So Arbonne's product advantage is this. These are products that you're already using anyway, right? Everybody's showering every single day. But the majority of the products that you're using, to enable them to be on a shelf, they've been bulked with a lot of chemicals and preservatives. Arbonne products are free from all of that. So we use plant-based formulations. We blend the best of science and nature. So these are not just products that, come from beautiful botanical sources but don't really do anything. We have one of the best scientists in the world formulating for Arbonne, a gentleman called Peter Matravers, and certainly write his name down and research him. He has got more botanical patents to his name than anybody else. So he blends the best of science and nature. So you've got these products that are gorgeous and amazingly good for you, but they actually work. Like, they really work. I think that I'm looking younger as opposed to looking older, which is fantastic. We only use the highest quality ingredients. We're pH correct. We are vegan certified. We have never tested on animals. We have never contained any animal byproducts. I mean, really, do you want your face cream to be containing animal byproducts? We don't. We're dermatologist tested. We're clinically proven. And we're built on Swiss heritage, which is massive. Anything that's Swiss is the absolute best quality. And we've got European standards, which means that we're really well regulated. We're not just trying to get away with stuff. We are making sure that we are conforming to the highest standards out there for products. It's not always what's in our products that count. It's kind of what we've not got in. So you need to be aware that a lot of the products out there that you're buying contain some of these things, and they're not great for you at all. Anything that you put onto your skin, remember, is going to be absorbed into your bloodstream. That's why things like stop smoking patches work, because you put them on your skin and it's in the bloodstream. So we need to make sure that our products don't contain petrolatum. We don't want to be putting products on our bodies that contain chemical dyes and fragrances. Our nutrition is free from gluten, which is massive at the moment. There's so many people that have issues with gluten. And sweeteners and colours and flavours, we don't need all these additional things put into the product and the nutrition that we're using. And certainly parabens, parabens are used within products that are on shelves and as a preservative, and artificial parabens are really not good. They're not good news at all. Do your research. Our products do contain parabens, but they're natural parabens. So blueberry and bilberry are used to preserve our products. For that reason, Arbonne products will never, ever be in a shop and on a shelf, ever, because we just refuse to put those chemical parabens in. Chemical parabens would give a product a 7-year shelf life to enable it to go into boots, Selfridges, wherever. Our products only have a 2-year shelf life because we use those natural preservatives. Now, really, when you think about it, you don't want a product that's been sat around for 7 years. You want something that's, got those natural products and that is preserved naturally. 2 years is plenty for a product to be sat around for, trust me. In terms of a business opportunity, Arbonne made perfect sense to me when I saw this slide. And I hope it does for you, really. So if you look at the amount of products that we've got, Arbonne has got 650 products, and I'm certainly not going to go into them all now. But they all come in the categories of things that we're using on a daily basis anyway. So if you think from when you get in the shower in the morning, you wash your hair, use shampoo, conditioner, body wash, face wash, then we're using moisturisers, we're using our products on our face, makeup for the ladies, getting your children ready, deodorants, toothpastes. When I totted it up, before I was doing Arbonne, I was using 27 products before I left the house. And I'm not overly glam. I'm not doing like eyeliner and, 3 lipsticks and lip glosses. I was just using, the normal products. And have a little think for yourself about the amount of products that you use before you leave the house. In Arbonne, all I did was swap that spend for our family. So I stopped going making Mr. Boots rich, Mr. Selfridge rich. I started using products that I was buying from myself online, and I teach and train other people how to do exactly the same thing. I teach people how to save money and how to build a business by recommending these products. That's it. The beauty of Arbonne is these products are all consumable. So they're within the health and wellbeing industry. I share them with people who fall in love with them. And every time they run out, they reorder. So there was never a time in my life, mine and my husband's life, where we might have been a bit stuck for money and we've said, right, that's it. This month, we're not going to bother washing. We're not going to bother buying those things. We buy these things every month, regardless. So it's just about being a smarter consumer, using products that are a better quality at a discounted price and sharing that with other people. For me, Arbonne right now sits with every demographic in society, and that's a huge tick if you're going to join a business. You don't want to be building a business that only suits one demographic. You want to be looking for something that's for everybody. So our products are certainly for the baby boomers. My mum's age, the people that are wanting to retire. 60 is the absolute new 40. Like, my mum loves nothing more than going out for a dance. When my grandma was 60, it was curtains closed, Werther's Original, rollers in at 6 o'clock. She was old at 60. At my mum's age, my mum isn't 60, by the way. She hates it when I use her as an example. But that generation, they want to look younger and feel amazing. And our products enable them to do that. In terms of a business model, never, ever has a generation retired into such a broken economy. We've been in this recession. We had the property boom and then property crashed. So people might have invested in property thinking that it'll give them that retirement, and it's not worth what they thought that it was going to be worth. They're stuck in jobs that they've not had pay rises in, and they can't retire because the government keeps increasing the age for retirement. Arbonne allows them to still bring in that income. So to still have those golden years, go cruising, do all the things that they want to do, but they can fit it around their life. So my mum's off out, building this business in the nooks and crannies of her life whilst doing all the other things that she loves to do. And it's amazing. For my generation, Generation X, we're the generation that wants it all. We want to have children, but we still want to be able to go on nice holidays. We still want to have nice things and do nice things. We're also the generation of debt. So we were introduced, to 120% mortgages, to credit cards and store cards that we could flip constantly. We're really struggling with how to manage in this recession. And then throw into the mix, you have children. You go from 2 really good corporate incomes to 1 and 4 mouths to feed. What Arbonne's allowed me to do, and I am the absolute evidence of this generation, is to be able to be present in my children's lives whilst bringing in a better income than I did when I worked full time. So I work my business around my children instead of the other way around. I don't work my family around my life anymore. I do my life and I fit my business into the nooks and crannies, and I am so passionate about helping people from this generation create this kind of lifestyle because it's the way it should be. The next generation in society are the millennials. These guys are going to university. They're the first demographic that's ever had to pay for university. They're coming out with £50,000-60,000 worth of debt. There are no jobs to go into because technology is replacing jobs that people did. Jobs are being outsourced to other countries that can do it as well. as we would do, but they do it for cheaper. You know, the amount of times you pick up the phone and ring somewhere and they're not English, the people that you're speaking to. And then the other issue is the baby boomers are stuck in the jobs. They're not unable to retire, so there's no jobs there for the millennials. I think Burger King was reported to be the highest employer of university graduates at present. That's so sad. It's so, so sad. What Arbonne allows them to do is build a business from their phone, from their laptop. You know, for less than the cost of a laptop, they're up in business. Banks aren't necessarily wanting to lend to this generation, but that doesn't mean that they don't want to be entrepreneurial. It doesn't mean that they don't want to have the opportunity to build their own business and create their own future. I have got people this age and this demographic in my team that are absolutely flying. So this is something for everybody. And the other exciting thing is we sit on 4 trends, 4 huge trends in the economy right now. So we sit within the health and wellbeing industry. We're also a network marketing business, which is set to be the business of the 21st century. We operate using social media. So we talk about things that we like and love and our lifestyle on a regular basis. And people love seeing that. We buy into that far more than someone flicking their hair and saying that they're worth it. And then the final trend in society is internet-based businesses. So internet sales overtook high street sales 6 years ago now. And unfortunately, it's never going to go back. Everybody wants to shop online because it's quicker and it's easier. Arbonne sits there, you order your Arbonne products online and they're delivered to your door. So we absolutely have a business model that is fit for everybody right now. And I'm so passionate about that fact. I just think it's amazing. I understood Arbonne at this point. I was like, I get it, but I don't know whether or not I know enough people. And I want to share with you that you do. So when you understand this and you jump in and you say, right, I'm going to start building this business. I'm going to learn some new skills and I'm going to use these amazing products. And you go out and you find other people that want more, that want to be more and do more and have more than what they've currently got in their lives. You share these amazing products with them and you teach them how to build a business. And by doing that, you're going to earn overrides because you're giving your time and investing your time in those people. So you earn overrides. There'll be other people in your life that maybe this isn't for them. You know, maybe you're listening to this and this isn't for you. But you might want to use these ultra premium, incredible products, which are so much better for you than anything else out there. And you'll just become a consumer. And as a consultant, I get paid commissions because I was the person that told you about the products. So there are 2 ways that you're earning an income. And you're just going out and sharing it with people and creating networks. Everybody that's on Facebook, the reality is you probably weren't told about Facebook by Mark Zuckerberg himself. But he went out and he shared his concept with a few people. You told a few people, you told a few people. And that's how networks grow. Networks are all about recommending things that we like and love. What I love the most about Arbonne is this. It doesn't matter when you come into this business or who told you. No one can dictate to you how much you earn. This is an absolute level playing field. And you can be introduced to this business and decide you're going to make it work. And you can work your way to the top of this company and earn as much money as you want to do. No one had ever in my whole adult career given me that opportunity to be able to build what I believe I'm worth instead of what somebody else says I'm worth. So I just love how fair and how equal this is. This slide just shows you a couple of the different ways you can earn an income. So commissions from recommending personal products to people and they buy them. You can earn overrides when you're building a team. You can also be entered into the Mercedes-Benz cash bonus program. So as a regional vice president, I get £500 a month towards a Mercedes-Benz of my choice. Oh, bless me. It just has to be white. And then also cash bonuses at every level of management. So not only are we paid to build our business, you build it exceptionally and you get bonuses. I blooming love that. Arbonne's got an amazingly generous compensation plan. So there are just 4 levels of management and you promote through these levels based on the amount of product moving through your business. So I initially came into Arbonne as a consultant. I built my business to the level of district manager within 2 months. So I shared the products and the business with people and built to district manager within 2 months. On average, district managers earn between £100 a month and £800 a month. And for me, that was a by the way. That was alongside my full-time job. It was some additional income. The next level of management is area manager, and it takes anywhere from 6 months, to 15 months to build to this level on average. I was pretty much average. I built to area manager within 14 months of being in my business. And I earned anywhere from £800 a month up to £3,000 a month as an area manager. That was my personal income bracket as an area manager. Different people will earn different money because this is effort based. At this level also, my business became willable, so I wrote it into my will. So if anything is to happen to me, my children will continue to get paid my Arbonne paycheck. Not only them, but 6 generations down. Arbonne is one of the few companies in the world that will look after your family after you're gone because they recognise that you've built an asset. At that point, I was all in because I knew that the council I worked for may send a bunch of flowers if I died. But that would probably be it. They wouldn't look after my family. This is my absolute retirement plan. This is the way that I am going to take care of my family after I'm gone. The next level is regional vice president, where I'm at now. And I got to regional vice president after 2.5 years. Some people do it quicker. Some people do it slower. For me, I was fine if it took me 5 years. Because at regional vice president, we start from anywhere, from £1,000 a month all the way up to £10,000 a month. Again, it's effort based and it's the amount of product moving through your business. So if you want to promote faster, you want to earn more money, get out there and share it with more people. The final level of management is national vice president, which is where I'm going this year. So by November, I'll be a national vice president. And anyone in my business has the potential to become a national vice president this year with me. It's effort based. National vice presidents start on £10,000 a month and they write their own paycheck. So it's uncapped. Arbonne's never going to tell you that you've earned enough money and you've got to stop sharing this with people. Arbonne will never ever say, whoa, thank you, Charlotte. That's enough. You can't earn any more money. It's unlimited income potential. When I first heard that, I didn't really understand it. I was like, someone's always told me that I'm worth £30,000 a year. That's it. That's all I've ever been worth. These numbers to me were too big and I didn't understand them. But as I've built my business over the last 2.5 years, what I understand is it's my worth. I'm absolutely worth earning that money, and so are you. You just learn how to do something different. If this is a 5-year plan and it takes you 5 years to get to that, I'm all good with that. I was at university for 5 years training to be a social worker, and when I qualified, my money actually went down because I went from the job that I was in and there'd been pay freezes and pay cuts. With this, in 5 years' time, you could be writing your own paycheck. That's huge. That's worth learning, right? The giddy bit about this is it's a global opportunity. So Arbonne's not just limited to you and to your area that you're living in right now. You can think about people that you know across the globe and you can share this with them. I have teams in America and in Australia because I just did this. I got on my computer and I shared this information with those people. And I've taught them how to build a business and how to share it with their people and their networks. It's amazing because when I'm sleeping, I'm getting paid. People are showering using my products while I'm asleep. That's leverage. That's absolute time leverage, and I love it. We're about to go into Taiwan. We've just gone into Poland, and that's exploding. We're in the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, and all the grey bits is where we're going to go. So it's just absolutely a ground floor opportunity. So that's it. That's all the information that you need to know to be able to build an Arbonne business. To be a consultant, it's £56. £56 gets you your ID and your policies and your procedures. And at that point, I then wanted to be using some products because I needed to have integrity. I couldn't recommend things that I wasn't already using and loving. So I got myself some products to be using in my family, fell in love with them. And I also got some products to be sharing with people because we operate on a test drive approach. So I give people these amazing products. I tell them about Arbonne, tell them about the income opportunity, and I give them products to be trying. So like I said before, for less than the cost of a laptop, you're up in business. It's up to you how much you invest in this completely, and your sponsor will guide you to make the best choices for you. Maybe the business isn't for you. Maybe you just want to use the products as a client or a preferred client, or maybe you could just help out the person that shared this with you as a host. I'm not going to go into details about those things right now because this is about being a consultant. That's why we've sent you this information. So think to yourself now, is this for you? Does this sound like something you could do? If me, as a social worker, with a background in nothing to do with this industry, can learn how to do this, I promise you, you can. And the person that shared this with you absolutely wants to help you. I thought I'd lost it. Wants to absolutely help you to build this. They want to help you to be successful. Within Arbonne, that's what we do. We build people up and we help them to be the absolute best versions of themselves. We help them to learn new skills, new confidence, go out there and grow themselves into the people that are leaders within this company. So really think about where you see yourself in the next 5 years if you don't change anything. If you continue doing exactly what you're doing right now, what does your life look like? When I thought about that 3 years ago, it was a really scary prospect. My children would have been 5 years older and I would have missed out on all of that. I wouldn't be able to drop them off at school and pick them up. I'd have been more stressed. The cost of living would have continued to go up and my money would have continued to stay the same because there's not predicted to be any pay rises within the industry I was in. I really decided I wanted to take ownership of my life, and that's what Arbonne's allowed me to do. The potential with this is enormous. It's just whether or not you believe yourself that you're worth that potential, because anyone can learn how to do this. I really, really look forward to meeting you in the future. I really do. And I hope that you'll get back in touch with the person that shared this with you and let them talk to you and answer your questions. I'm sure you've got lots. But just know if you've got a gut feeling that this is for you, you can jump in and you can make it work. You absolutely can. Have a fantastic day and I'll see you soon.